Hello again, my name is Rodney Reynolds and welcome to another video review. Today I'm looking at the Aspire MR500W CONCORD series aluminum power supply. What's included in this package is an 80mm clear fan, also a user's manual for the power supply. You get a number of screws for installing the fan, also thumb screws for installing the power supply, and one screw for installing this rheostat. This controls the speed of fan or fans inside the case, including of course this one. Also included is a power cable and the power supply. This particular product has a peak wattage of 500, which is more than enough power for today's computer systems. Now, how is this wattage determined? Well, to understand that, you need to know what rails are. Rails are basically well-regulated transformers which convert domestic current into voltages that your computer system can use. And there are essentially two different rails, the 3.3/5 volt and the 12 volt. In this particular case, the maximum output of the 3.3/5 volt rail is 200 watts, and the 12 volt is approximately 280 watts, which is essentially how the wattage of this power supply is determined. The 3.3/5 volt rail is responsible for the motherboard, memory, PCI card, AGP card, and so on, while the 12 volt rail is responsible for the hard drives, DVD, CD-ROM, fans, etc. Also, some might be interested to know the amps on each rail. Well, the plus 3.3 volt is 28 amps, the plus 5 volt is 30 amps, and the plus 12 volt is 34 amps. Now let's have a closer look at the power supply. Well, it's quite light because it's all aluminum. It has two 80mm fans, which are clear, one right here and one right here. Also, here is a rheostat. This controls the speed of these two fans. The on-off switch is right here, and right here is where the power cable gets connected. All the leads on this power supply are sleeved, so it does look quite nice. It has two floppy connectors, 8 standard 4-pin MUX connectors, as well as two serial ATA. And there are two main motherboard connections, a 4-pin and a 20-pin. And let's have a listen to these two 80mm fans. I'll increase them from the lowest position to the highest position. This power supply product includes a little more than most. You have the 80mm fan and also the rheostat, which gets installed at the back of your computer case in the expansion slot. Now, the power supply itself is all aluminum, so it's very light. It has two 80mm fans. Those fans are controlled manually, so you can have them nice and quiet, or you can crank them all the way up for maximum cooling. And remember, all of the leads in this power supply are sleeved, so it looks really clean. One thing, though, I did find a little troubling with this power supply, and let's face it, a power supply is, number one, meant to supply good quality power. And I found the 12 volt rail on this particular product to give low readings at maximum load. But overall, this is a great product. Again, my name is Rodney Reynolds. This has been another video review. Be sure to check back very soon. I will have a brand new one for you then. Also pop into my website at www.3dgameman.com. And while you're there, you can go into the forums and register. And remember, registration is completely free. Also keep in mind, you can find out a lot more on this product in the forums. And as a final note, if you love watching my video reviews, please help support 3dgameman.com. Until next time, take care.